Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today it's all about foundation brushes and the right brushes that you need when creating that flawless foundation look. It can be a little confusing when you're trying to pick out the right brushes or wondering what kind of brushes you should be using when getting your makeup done. So I've simplified it to 5 brushes that you actually need in your routine to create that flawless everyday makeup look. So if this is something that you're interested in, then keep on watching. A little PSA before we get started. I am literally just recovering from a flu, so my voice is going to be going in and out and sounding a little raspy. So pardon me if, you know, it's pinching your ears, it's also pinching my chest, but let's get right into it. So I just moisturized my face with the Embryolisse Late Cream and also used the e.l.f. Power Grip to prime. Now I'm going to move on to foundation, which is usually the first step when it comes to creating a flawless makeup routine. And when it comes to applying foundation, you really want a foundation brush that is very dense and kind of stiff. Now this one I've used, but I'm going to share with you. This is the Pro Foundation from Sephora. It's the number 70. Now, something about this brush is that it is short and densely packed. It is not fluffy and loose like this one. So when it comes to applying liquid foundation, this is the kind of brush that you want to go with. Now, I do have an affordable option, which is the Mange brush. This is really fairly densely packed as well, so it would be good to apply your foundation, and that's what I'm going to be using today. And I'm going to take the brush to first spread out the product. Then with the foundation brush, what I'm going to do is really stipple that in. I'm not sweeping, I'm really like pressing and moving, and that's how you get really good coverage with your foundation brush. And the difference between using a foundation brush and a beauty sponge, a lot of times people will be like, but I can blend with a beauty sponge. That's absolutely correct. But blending with a beauty sponge, what that does to your makeup is it soaks up all the foundation, and so you're left with a really sheer coverage. And if that's something that you're going for, that's perfect. For me, I do go in with a beauty sponge, and the reason why I go in with this beauty sponge is after using a foundation brush, which is to make sure that there are no like streaks from my foundation and just blend everything seamlessly. So that's how I would use a beauty sponge. What I'm doing now is just taking whatever is left on the brush to blend out my forehead. And whatever is left on the brush, just drag it down to your neck. So that's it for foundation brush. So remember that you want a brush that is very densely packed and really stiff to help blend out your foundation. The reason why you wouldn't go with this kind of brush is that what it's going to do is that it's going to just really sweep the foundation all over your face and leave streaks, and it's not really going to get you that flawless blend that you want. Next brush that you need is a concealer brush, which is something that you want to be finely packed but not as densely packed as the foundation brush. So with this one, it still has a little bit of movement. Bonus point if it has an angle, because what that's going to help you with is really get into those inner corners to help you blend out your concealer. Now the reason why I prefer going in with a brush than using a beauty sponge to apply my under eye concealer is that, again, I want that coverage and I really want to make sure that it's blended properly. So going in with this kind of brush really helps that. What I'm going to do is go in with my concealer and apply that underneath my eyes. And again, this brush is from Mange and I'm going to use that to blend. So if you also want an alternative, this one from Real Techniques is really great. It's their Deluxe Crease Blending Brush, but it's really perfect for blending out your under eye concealer. The only difference is that it doesn't have that angle, but again, it is pretty much the same density when you look at this Mange brush. So you can just use that and blend, but I'm going to use this one today to do that. So I'm going to just blend that concealer underneath my eyes. This is going to give you that coverage as well as help blend out that concealer seamlessly. And the brush is just fine enough to also take it down the bridge of your nose without, like, spreading it where you don't want it. What I'm going to do is go back with my foundation brush, and what I'm doing is just blending out any harsh lines from where my foundation meets my concealer and making sure that it looks seamless. The next brush that you need is one to set underneath your eyes, and this one is also from Mange. It is tapered but also loosely packed because you don't want a lot of product on your brush and you really just want to set and give that very nice everyday foundation look. And so one that is tapered and also loosely packed is a really great option. Another option that you can consider is this one from Real Techniques. Now this one is also slightly tapered at the top, but it's also loosely packed, and it's also perfect for just really setting your under eyes with powder. But for this video, I'm going to be using this one from Mange. I'm going to go with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm just going to take a little bit on the lid, press that into the brush, take off the excess. Take off the excess also at the back of my hand, and I'm just going to use that to set. And you really want to take your time when setting. And with this brush, one of the reasons why I like it is because I can really get into those inner corners seamlessly, and you can use that to set the rest of the places that you highlighted. Down the bridge of my nose, chin. This is the bronzing brush that I have. It is loosely packed, so it really helps diffuse your bronzer. I don't have one in the Mange just because like some of the brushes won't exactly do it for me. So this particular one, I think I picked it up from e.l.f. So yeah, it's a really nice fluffy brush and kind of fanned out. So what I'm going to do with this brush is go in with my bronzer and just pack that. Take off the excess at the back of my hand and just start to work that into the areas where I would like to bronze, which is usually like the perimeter of my forehead, jawline, cheeks. Then I'm going to switch to a smaller brush that actually comes in the Mange collection and use that down the bridge of my nose. But honestly, this is not part of the brushes that I'm mentioning because you can always use a small tapered eyeshadow brush. And if you're curious about eyeshadow brushes, I already have a video that is out there that you can go check out that will help you narrow it down to the essential brushes that you need to create the perfect eyeshadow look. Now, when it comes to blush, which is the next step, you definitely do need a brush for this. And my favorite one is actually from Real Techniques. This is their blush brush. As you can see, it has so much product on it, but it's very loosely packed, but also has a nice tapered top. In the Mange collection, there is a brush that you can actually use, and this one is really tapered to applying your blush, and this will really help you focus your blush in the areas where you want to concentrate it on. So I'm going to be going in with this particular brush, and I'm also going to be using the NYX Buttermelt blush, and I do have a video on how to apply blush as well as liquid blush, so if that is something you're interested in, I'll link that for you. But I'm just packing a little bit on the brush, dusting the excess at the top, and then I'm just going to apply that on my cheeks. Going to do the same. So I've applied my blush. Now the next step is actually to apply powder. Now for powder, you need a very loose brush, loosely packed brush, one that is fluffy that can allow you to pack on your powder and really just help blend all these harsh lines that are going on in my face. This one is from Mange, which is what I'm actually going to use, but I have a few favorites actually when it comes to like powder brushes. This one is from EIG Show. It's a nice, fluffy brush for applying powder. And then this one is actually from Ilia. It's a really nice fluffy brush as well. But for this video, I'm going to be using the one from Manj. For my powder, I'm going to be going with the Sephora powder. And I'm just going to really pack that, dust off the excess, and really start to blend everywhere. So this is really going to help diffuse any harsh lines. Blend out my nose bronzer, pull in my forehead bronzer to my highlight. And that's it. So what I'm going to do is set my face, do my lip combo, and come back and show you guys my finished look. So this is the finished look. You essentially only need 5 brushes in creating a flawless foundation look. You don't need to worry yourself about all of the other brushes that are out there. If you only just focus on these 5, then you're able to create a flawless foundation look just like I have done. And if you want to link to these brushes, I'm going to leave them in the description. So if that's something that you're interested in, but if you're also interested in the alternatives that I mentioned in this video, I'll leave a link for those brushes as well. Let me know if you have any questions regarding brushes and makeup, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions in another video. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, this will be the perfect time to hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one because I am off to go nurse this throat. See you guys. Bye.